Kensurfs here, and a midweek shave. Well, it's actually over the hump day because it happens to be Thursday. And this shave kind of caught me unexpectedly because I had a whole bunch of thoughts for some shave videos lined up. One of them being, I've been buying a lot of retro from like the 70s or the 80s aftershaves. And I want to do, maybe not every time, but maybe once or every third shave I do. I want to do a kind of a retro Back to the Future shave. We'll go backwards in time though instead of to the future. And I'm going to do some aftershaves. I mean, I've been picking up some good ones. I don't want to give them all away, but like I've got denim. Denim, I remember denim from the 80s, and I've got, I've got quite a few. I kind of don't want to give it away, but I've got some good ones that's driving my wife nuts because she says, I don't like those. Those were like what everybody got from, I don't know, May Company or J.C. Penney's, or maybe just right off of the pharmacy shelf. So I've got some of those aftershaves I really want to do. I really want to use again. And it's kind of cool. I've even got, you know, some old vintage Old Spice, English leather, British sterling. I mean, there's quite a few I want to try, and I haven't tried them in a while. And one guy commented in my latest video, and he said it's kind of cool seeing some of those old, he goes, I'm a younger guy, and I didn't get a chance to see a lot of those old classic colognes or aftershaves. So it's these videos that I do and everybody else does out there, some of the classic fragrances or classic aftershave ones, and they say they really like them. But this one, I apologize. One of you had commented and said, hey Ken, please do a shaving video for someone who's not got a lot of money and who doesn't want to spend a lot of money on brushes and $100 razors. He wants to get into wet shaving, but he just wants to know where to start and kind of do a cheap supermarket shave. Now, I've done videos where for beginning wet shavers, but I'm going to listen to you. So assuming you don't have any razors, you don't have anything, and you don't necessarily want to go online and make some purchases. I had went on a vacation to Texas. I forgot my razor bag here or my travel kit, and I had to purchase some items when I was in Texas. So they are in pharmacies and Walgreens, places like that. So I'm going to do a shave today with some items that you would find easily on the shelves of a pharmacy, and you wouldn't have to spend a lot of money. Now, you don't really need a shave set, but I wanted a brush, I wanted a soap, and I wanted a bowl. As you know, when I was out there for a couple of weeks, so I really wanted something familiar that I had back here in the shave den. So this is Vanderhagen. From Vanderhagen, you definitely can find these at Rite Aid. They give you a brush. It's a boar brush. It's not really the greatest brush, but man, it's a cool brush and it works. It's not too expensive. I'm going to soak this in water as we're talking. We've got the shave bowl. I've used this before. And the shave soap. Now, there are other choices. You really didn't have to go that way, but I would recommend you use a brush as opposed to like a can of Barbasol or something like that. But I would use a brush and some soap. Now, I didn't want to do an all cremo shave either, but this is available right there at Target. It's a shave cream. It's from Cremo. They have horsehair brushes right there on the shelves. You can get at the pharmacy. So things are out there. I've got Dove Men's Care Preshave oil, and I'm going to use that today. The razor I'm going to use, and this is from Texas, is Vanderhagen traditional razor. It even comes with some blades. I've used this a few times because this is what I was using in a pinch when I was out there. I've never, to be honest, tried the Vanderhagen blades. When I was out in Texas, I picked up some Gillette. These were on the shelf too, at Walgreens. But I'll use these today, and I'll use the twist to open. I had a Persona in there. Personas by the way, are available at the 99-cent store. Persona Red, I've seen they got packs of them. I've used them before. They weren't the greatest for me, but what I would recommend for you new guys, if you're going out and you shavers who know what you're talking about will maybe back me up or agree or disagree, but I wouldn't go out and grab a ultra sharp blade, and I don't think these are available on the shelf. I think feathers you're going to have to order. I wouldn't put them into a razor you're unfamiliar with and shave, because if you have a bad shaving experience at first, like my son did, I've told that story. He had a job interview. He came into my shave den. He didn't know what to do, so he grabbed the Mula R41, which is a super aggressive razor. He put one of those feather blades in and he cut himself, and he says, I will never go back to wet shaving because he cut himself so bad. So now he's using, at least he's got some style, he's using a cartridge blade, and it's a Gillette cartridge, but he won't go back to wet shaving. Now, I may be able to convince him in the future, but I tell you, you cut yourself bad, you're going to have a terrible time. All right, enough talking. I'm talking away, but I just wanted to explain the background of this video. One of you had asked and said, hey, don't have a lot of money, I want to start out. And I understand, you don't go buy a sports car right away when you're learning to drive. Everybody has the beater, the first car, then they work their way up. But the Vanderhagen razor is nice. It's probably made in China, I imagine, but it's got a good weight to it. Never tried the blades. So let's see if I have a good experience with them. I'm going to take one of these blades right here. I'm going to put it into the, they're stainless. Wonder where they're made. Made in Germany. All right. So right away, that's a good sign. There are some blades that are made in China that are good. There are some blades that are made in Russia that are good. Some blades made in the United States that are good, but there's some that are bad in those countries too. But this one, tempered stainless steel, made in Germany. So that's an optimistic sign. So I'm going to put the blade in there, lock it in place. She lines up pretty even. She's a decent razor. I'm going to jump a bit ahead because I have my choice of aftershaves. Got that at Rite Aid on the shelf. Got this at Vons on the shelf. Rite Aid on the shelf. But one of my favorites on the shelf, and you can tell, look at this, old-fashioned skin bracer. I'm going to use some skin bracer today. So there's a lot of these items that you can find on the shelf. You don't need a whole lot of money for. I will use some Preshave oil. Got a bit of growth going. I don't want to really cut myself. Let's see, Expert Shave Preshave oil. I don't know, you can still find this. Didn't cost a lot of money, but the oil is just going to help me. Do you need it? Probably not. But I'm using it today. And I found this at Rite Aid also. But although now I think they've discontinued some of the Dove Men Care. All right. And that was right out of the box. So we'll take our brush. We'll just start whipping up a lather. Man, a lot of talking. I apologize. But that gentleman asked me a while ago, and I completely forgot about doing the shave, supermarket shave, and I feel bad. So you just whip that up. It's not a tutorial on how to do it. I'm just showing you that you can buy stuff off the shelf, and they should work. Pleasant smelling soap. Brush works good. Because if I'm telling you, you're saying, how can it be cheaper when razors cost hundreds of dollars and all this stuff costs $10, $20 for the soaps? And what it is once you get used to it, you kind of want to pamper yourself and you want to try different things. And it's a hobby and it's addicting. You don't have to buy all of that stuff. If you find something that you're comfortable with, by all means, stick with it. But there are some fancy products out there. It is kind of cool to try new stuff. Hey, the blade's going through it. I'm jazzed to try some of those old vintage aftershaves out. Well, they still make some of them today. Jovan Musk. Perry Ellis. I mean, stuff that I saw easily inexpensive aftershaves on the shelf back in the 70s and 80s. They're not there anymore. And to me, they're a little bit nostalgic. To you guys, if you haven't tried them, you may like them. This blade's tugging on me. Did not cut through right away. So it's tugging. If I suspect it's going to start cutting me. I might use another blade, but that's working. Just go slow, all right? Don't cut yourself. Don't have a bad experience. Don't do a 3-pass shave on your first shave, wet shaving. Get one out of the way. Good enough. But we'll do a second pass anyway. So these products work. A lot of people entering that giveaway I'm having. Thank you very much. Thank you again for subscribing to the channel. I appreciate it. I apologize if I can't get all your requests in. Some people are asking me to try $300 razors, and believe me, if my wife didn't find out, I probably would. Although I'm having excellent shaves with that Rockwell that I've been using. Very good razor. All right, pass 2. Get to go to the movies tomorrow night with my brother. It's so cool that my daughter comes up from college and her and my wife hang out. It gives me a chance to check out all these action movies that I normally wouldn't get to see. Gonna see a cowboy movie, Hostiles. Looks good. I have not, oh, I nick myself here, but you watch my videos, you know I always nick myself there. You can stretch your skin when you do it. Very good. I think that razor was, I want to say $10. And it came with blades. And I know the cartridge razors, you know, they trick you. They give you a cartridge, you know, Gillette and all the companies, they'll give you one razor and one blade, real inexpensive. And then you're back up to 25 bucks. That's what somebody wanted me to try the $1 a month shave club, but I think those are cartridge razors only. So I don't want to join a club to test their razors out. So there are some requests that I can't meet. Oh, I love it. You can tell I like this stuff. Skin Bracer's great. Oh, it smells great. I've always liked Skin Bracer. And it will burn you. Ah, good burn. That come from behind my ear? Oh, now it's going up my nose. All right, so you don't have to, what do you say? I'm not rich. I can't afford a wet shave. You can, believe me. And the blades that I just demoed, they're good. It worked. But if you go online, you'll find yourself, do I have a set of, you'll find like 100 blades, you know, $5 or $6. And you can get 4 or 5 shaves every blade. So it is inexpensive. And that razor, that Vanderhagen, say it right, yeah, are good quality. And then you can step up. I mean, good razors. Might only cost you $20 to $30. It's all you really need. You don't have to spend a ton of money. But it's addicting. You can't have just one. And then somebody, you'll watch these videos. I watch you guys. There's a lot of times I see the other YouTubers trying a soap out, and I go, I got to try that out. I got to get that. Or I seen you trying that Rockwell razor. I got to try that. I see the brushes, those Wolf Whiskers brushes. The Handlebar Supply Company that I used to get mine from, they would get them in stock. I'd buy them. I haven't got on the waiting list. Some of those brushes are hard to get, but man, if you want them, and you know, treat yourself. Why not? All right. Thanks for watching. Tomorrow's Friday. Have a great weekend. I'll end that contest on Saturday. Thank you for watching this video, and I'm looking forward to trying some of those classic aftershaves again. I really am, believe me. They've been showing up in the mail. My wife's going, where do you find these? And it's amazing that you can still find them out there. All right. Thanks a lot, and we'll see you next time.